We don't have school.
Okay. They were shared holiday yesterday?
No.
The school? Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of schools have holiday because of Columbus Day, right?
Hare Krishna Vrunda.
Ryan, you're supposed to mute yourself and off the TV, okay? I'm going to call your mom and tell that TV is on in the room.
Hare Krishna Balavrinda.
I haven't saw you in a long time. I'm in third grade. I haven't saw you in a long time, Mataji.
What? What is it?
I haven't saw you in a long time.
Yeah, I'm here joining after a long time. Now we have more teachers, right? So you will see me only after alternate week.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. So Mataji, until what time I can take?
Yes,
up
Mataji.
Until
6:30.
what?
Exactly 1 hour. 1 hour, Mataji.
1 hour, 7:30.
1 hour is whole class.
Okay,
Like
so
before
I
we used to
should
do,
stop.
right? First 30 minutes main class, another 30 minutes, 35 minutes also okay, Mataji. 30
Okay,
to 35
until
minutes.
7:05.
Ah,
Right.
yeah, 7:75.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay,
Then
ma'am.
the other teacher will take.
Okay, ma'am. Today I think who's taking? Charu Mataji taking, right?
No, Mataji. Revathy Mataji is coming and saying 108 names of Lord Krishna.
Right. Yeah. Revathy Mataji. Let me share my screen. Can you all see? Right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Nice to see Ryan, Devar, Balavinda, Janavi, Param, Kabir. Some of you may not know me. Maybe you're seeing me first time, right? Some of you. Is that so? Yeah, I think Devarsh is saying he's seeing me first time. You raised your hand, Devarsh?
Yeah.
What is it?
I saw you. I'm seeing you first time.
First time, yeah. So I might be new for some Damodar kids. Now we have combined batch. So my name is Vrunda Kumari Mataji. You can call me Vrunda Mataji, okay?
So
Nice to see you all. We have
Thank you,
Krishna
Mataji.
also. Krishna has joined. Okay, let's start with prayers. Okay, everybody unmute.
Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Jana-Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Namah Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna-Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Devasheshvari Pashyata Devtarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Okay, very nice. Now you all can mute yourself. I think because the background sound will come. Thank you. Okay, before we start, let me tell you all, okay? Nobody is writing anything in the chat box and disturbing others. Is that clear?
My mom closed it, so nobody does it.
Yeah, nobody's doing that. Maybe it's blocked now, but we shouldn't be doing that or writing something unnecessary, irrelevant to the class. Okay? Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, very
Mataji, from like a long, I haven't been writing anything in the chat because I didn't want to, unless
That's good.
something important.
Yeah, because what happens when teacher is teaching something, if there is a pop-up of in the chat box, people just get distracted to that, right? People want to see what's written in
And
there.
the teacher won't remember what she was saying.
And Mataji, the teacher can forget when the teacher looks back. She might forget, like any teacher, she might forget what she said, and then if no one's paying attention, we'll have to restart. So we shouldn't. No one should.
Yes, very good. I'm happy everyone understands that. And I'm hoping everyone will follow that, okay? All right.
Yeah.
So we are reading from Bhagavad Pravaha, right? This is the book by His Grace Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. Okay? We are trying to learn about Bhagavatam, the flow of Bhagavatam from his book. Okay? Many of you might have this book, or even if you don't have, it's fine. Anyway, we are learning about it. So anybody wants to share any one point, what you all learned so far? At least 1 point. Let's revise a little bit. Today, because we are going to look into Canto 1, what Canto 1 has to share with us, what it has to explain. Anyone remembers anything? Kabir, you want to share?
Manu.
Huh?
Manu.
Manu? You learned about Manu? Okay. Param?
What we learned is about the Bhagavatam, like there are different like the Bhagavatam represents Krishna, and there are like specific things that represent.
Very nice. Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. Yes, Balavrinda?
Mataji, all the Bhagavatam and the 12 cantos represent his body parts. Like
Yes.
one is, for example, limbs, some are like the thighs, like
Yes.
that.
Yeah, we are going to look into that today. I actually made a slide for that. Janvi, what do you want to share?
I understood that Bhagavatam is the juicy fruit and the juice inside of it is the essence.
Okay, very nice point. Very good.
Yes.
The glory about Bhagavatam, right? How Bhagavatam is recommended by Srila Vasudeva himself to read because it's the essence. Devar, you want to share something?
Fantasy we learned about Bhagavatam is the sweet. If you get that, if the bird pokes the fruit, if it's the sweetest,
If it's eaten by the bird, carrot, right?
eaten by the parrot, it's like which is the sweetest juice. The juice is Bhagavatam. The juice is Bhagavatam.
Yes, that's very nice.
Hold it. Like the parrot, he ate it and told it, and like so it makes the fruit more sweeter. And Sukadeva Goswami narrated the Bhagavatam.
Yeah. So in my childhood, we had a guava tree in our garden, okay, and it used to have very nice guava, big, very sweet, and sometimes the guavas would be eaten by a parrot. So whenever we are trying to take those out, it would be already eaten. And then I heard from my mom, I think it's eaten by parrot. Now you eat, it is going to be even more sweet. So what has happened? This is spoken by Shukadeva Goswami, right? Shuka is a parrot. He's a parrot of Radharani. So because he has spoken, it has become even more sweet. That's what you're trying to say, Devash, right? Very nice point. Very nice. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji.
What is EVK? Isha.
Isha Vikram Kashi.
Okay. Isha, Vikram and
Kashi.
Kashi?
Hmm.
Okay. You want to share something, all of you?
Yeah, we learned how to approach God, and the best way to approach God is from bhakti, love and affection.
Very good. Very nice. You all have such wonderful points to share from past classes.
We also learned how Vasudev wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Okay. Very nice. So I would just recommend it. I mean, it's not mandatory. If you all like to, always please take notes, whatever point you like. Just note it down in your small book. Make a small book and note down the points. It's easy to revise also, right? And if you want to share any points from your previous classes, you can just read through that and share it. Right? When you write, it stays in your memory for long.
Writing is fun and it makes you memorize the points.
Yes, it stays in your mind. I mean, better. Very good. So we are now going to learn about Canto 1. What Canto 1 has to offer to us? What is it explaining? So there are how many cantos? We know 12, right?
Well,
Bhagavatam
Mataji.
has- Yes, Bhagavatam has 12 cantos. Canto 1, we are going to look into it today, okay? So Srimad Bhagavatam is the form of Krishna. We learned that it's not different from Krishna. Although Krishna left this world, he disappeared and he went back. Still, at the beginning of Kali Yuga, he returned in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam. So when we get the Bhagavatam at home, it's not different from Krishna, right? So you must have seen how nicely devotees welcome Srimad Bhagavatam. There is an installation, there is small kirtan, right? And then we read some Bhagavatam, some part of Bhagavatam whenever we welcome, because Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. So when we go to temple, you all must have heard it, right? What Srila Prabhupada has recommended, how we should look at Krishna. What is the procedure? How we should take the darshan of Krishna when we go to temple, or even when we have deities at home. How we should look at them, from where we should start. Anyone wants to give the answer? Raise your hand if you have answer. How should we take the darshan of Krishna? Yes, January.
Mataji, the voice is slow.
Breastfeed.
My voice is slow. Is very low.
Yes, Mataji.
No, Mataji.
Can you increase the volume on your computer, Devar? Try doing that.
Yeah, it's really high.
Hi. Or can you use the headphones if possible? Otherwise,
Okay.
I think for others it's fine, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Mataji, I can hear you now.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. I'll try to be a little close and speak. Okay. Janvi, you want to share?
How we should see Krishna, we should see him in the personality of God, and we should actually think the deity form is non-different from Krishna, because some people, they think, oh my God, he's just a deity, what's the use of him? And so they don't take care of him as nicely, but he's actually non-different from like the real Krishna. So if you dress him up nicely, that's what Krishna would actually look like when you look at Vrindavan, the way you dressed him up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but I was asking, like, that's very nice. Thank you for sharing it. I was asking how we should start looking at Krishna.
Mataji, we
What do we look at Krishna? What do we look at first of Krishna?
Mataji, we should look at Krishna's feet first.
Feet.
Yes.
Yes.
Feet. And his
Lotus
beautiful
feet. We
face.
should look at Krishna's lotus feet first.
Feet.
So these
we can-
cantos 1 and 2 are like Krishna's lotus feet. Okay? So all these cantos are different limbs of Krishna. So canto 1 and 2 are lotus feet, 3 and 4 are Krishna's thighs, 5 is Krishna's navel, 6 is Krishna's chest, 7 and 8 are Krishna's 2 arms. One arm is Canto 7, one arm is Canto 8. Throat is Canto 9. Krishna's throat is Canto 9. Krishna's face is Canto 10. Canto 11 is Krishna's forehead. And head is Canto 12. Okay. So what happens? This is what Prabhupada has recommended. Whenever you see Krishna, first start with the lotus feet.
Yeah.
And then slowly when you go to thighs, then you go to navel, then you go to the chest and arms, and then you will relish the beauty of Krishna's face even more. Because you waited patiently and you relished, or you admired the beauty of all the other limbs first. And then when you come to the moon-like face of Krishna, you admire so much. Right? We should not jump directly to his face. Similarly, even while reading Bhagavatam, we should first start with Canto 1, then 2. We should never jump to Canto 10 directly. Some people want to know about Krishna's pastimes, his confidential pastimes, so they directly go to Canto 10. We should never do that.
But instead
But
of going
if you read
to 10, Prabhupada made us Krishna book, which is the same thing. So he can go directly to Krishna book, because Krishna book is fine to read.
Krishna book, yes, is Canto 10. That's right, Janvi. Thank you for sharing that. That's one good point. So that Krishna book we have, that is Canto 10. But when you are reading Bhagavatam and going from, we should always go from Canto 1 and then 2. And then when we come to Canto 10, we develop that mood. And then we are qualified to read Canto 10, Krishna's pastime.
And Mataji, you won't because they're saying this because you won't understand what happened, and you won't understand like the Krishna's pastimes because you haven't read the past.
Yes,
and the Bhagavatam is not
correct.
an ordinary book because like other books, you can like read any book at any time, but this is not like that. It's like in order, and you can't just say like 1, 2, 4, 5. You have to go like in order to make make sense.
Yes, correct. Like Param said correctly, some people will not understand. We will not understand Canto 10 with right understanding. People will misunderstand. They will get a lot of wrong questions. They might even speculate, right? So to avoid all that, we should go to Canto 1 and 2 first. I mean, step by step, then 3, 4, and then we can read about Krishna in Canto 10 and about 11, 12. So when you take darshan of Krishna in temple or at home, you can always do this. Practice this. Whenever we look at Krishna's lotus feet, you can think of Canto 1 and 2. Right? One foot is Krishna's, one foot is Canto 1, another foot is Canto 2. Thighs, when you look at them, you can think of Canto 3 and 4. Right? That way you will also memorize it. That these are the different limbs of Krishna and they also represent the cantos. Right? So we will see what are the key characters in Canto 1. Main characters. Okay? What are all the names? Parikshit Maharaj, Shukadev Goswami. Because who is Parikshit Maharaj? He's the one who heard Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami. Yeah. Whose son is he? He's whose son?
Vyasadeva.
Shukadev Goswami is Vyasadeva. Parikshit Maharaj is Abhimanyu's son. Abhimanyu is whose son?
Arjuna's.
Arjun's son. Arjuna is Krishna's friend. Right? So Parikshit Maharaj, he heard the Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami. There is Vyasadeva, who is also one of the main characters. Narad Muni is the one who instructed Vyasadeva to write Bhagavatam. He's his master, spiritual master. Because Vyasadeva was still not satisfied after writing so many scriptures, then Narad Muni said, you have not written down about Krishna and his devotees. So he started writing Bhagavatam. And then Vidur, Pandavas, and of course Lord Krishna. So these are the main key characters in Canto 1. You will get to know, you'll come across these characters in Canto 1. Okay, so this is the chain of Srimad Bhagavatam, how Srimad Bhagavatam was narrated. It was given from Krishna to Brahma first, then to Narad Muni. So here between Narad Muni and this is Bhakti Vinod Thakur actually, but there are many other devotees in between, which is not given in the picture. But after Narad Muni, it was passed on to Srila Vyasadeva. Okay, and then it was told to Shukadev Goswami. And then Shukadev Goswami, while he was narrating it to Parikshit Maharaj in the assembly, there was also Sutta Goswami there, who heard it very attentively and submissively. And that's Sutta Goswami narrates this to sages of Naimisharanya. Okay, so this is the chain, and that chain, see how it comes up to Srila Prabhupada, right? And we are in the family of Srila Prabhupada, right? So because of the mercy and compassion of Srila Prabhupada, we are connected to this chain, which goes up to Krishna, Lord Krishna, right? Do you all think we are very, very fortunate to receive
Yes,
the mercy of
Mataji.
Srila Prabhupada?
Yes.
Right? We should all always be very, very grateful to Srila Prabhupada for that. He came to give this Bhagavatam and this knowledge to Western countries, and now you see ISKCON is there everywhere. We are just distributing Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, and many devotees, they are becoming new devotees and they are also reading it. This is the chain of Bhagavatam, where some of these characters which we mentioned here are also given. They are connected to this chain. Okay, so this is the Parikshit Maharaj and the Parikshit Maharaj story. You might already know about it. So what happens once Parikshit Maharaj was actually going in the forest? He had gone there for hunting, and he became very tired and very, very thirsty. So he came across this hermitage of Shamik Rishi, right? And then Shamik Rishi was meditating, but he asked him for water, and he was in meditation, right? Shamik Rishi was in the meditation, so he did not realize
Did he
that.
put a snake on him?
Huh?
Did he put a snake on him?
Yeah, I will tell you that. I'll tell you about that. What happens next? So he was very tired and asking for water, but Shamik Rishi was in meditation, so he did not realize that there was king, and he was thirsty and asking for water. So after that, the Parikshit Maharaj gets very angry, and out of anger, what he does, he picks up a date snake and he keeps it on the shoulder of the sage. Actually, Parikshit Maharaj is a great devotee of Krishna. He's very, very intelligent. So, but out of anger, he does this. Then when his son, Shamik Rishi's son, gets to know about this, he gets very angry. And then he cursed Parikshit Maharaj that on the 7th day from today, he will be eaten up by a snake bird. And that's what Shamik Rishi, when he gets to know about that his son has cursed him, he chastises him, he gets very angry.
Did Parikshit Maharaj got cursed then?
He did not curse, but the son of Shamik Rishi, the sage, cursed him because he got really angry hearing that the date snake was kept on his shoulder. Do you all see? In both the pictures, he has the date snake here, and he's keeping it on the shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's kind of humiliation, right? Insulting, right? Disrespectful.
Yeah.
So he gets very angry and he curses that on the 7th day from today, he'll be bitten up by the snake bird. So when Parikshit Maharaj actually, when he heard that news, he did not get scared or he did not cry or did not lament or anything. He welcomed this as a good news. Because what I said, he was a great devotee of Krishna, right? So he had full faith that Krishna will protect. He had full faith in the protection of Krishna, right? And he knew that it is all arrangement of Krishna. So he did not continue with ruling his kingdom. What he did, he renounced everything and he engaged himself in hearing about Bhagavatam. So he went to the Ganges. There were many sages who had assembled there. And then by the providence of Krishna, or by the arrangement of Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami came there. And then Parikshit Maharaj requested him that please narrate the pastimes of Krishna to me. So he just wanted to engage himself in hearing, submissive hearing, attentive hearing, continuously, 7 days, 7 nights. He was not eating anything, drinking anything. He just was absorbed in hearing of pastimes of Krishna. This is the background. That's how the narration of Bhagavatam started between Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And like I mentioned, there was also Sutta Goswami there. And then he also heard, and then he was narrating it to sages of Naimisharanya. Okay, so it's how it is going on, you understood, right? Yes? So like this, likewise, this Canto 1 affirms that Lord Krishna is the Supreme Lord. Okay, everything comes from Krishna. Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna Bhakti is the topmost path for the highest spiritual perfection. When we do Krishna Bhakti, we don't have to do any other worship. We have learned that, right? We don't have to worship any other demigod or anything. We can worship Krishna. Everything comes in that. Everything is included in that. Worship of all the demigods is included in that. Because Krishna is the Supreme. And that's the topmost path. So we have got to know the topmost path of for the highest spiritual perfection. What are the other highlights in this canto? Like there are Kunti prayers. You all many of you must be aware of Kunti prayers, right? We also used to have a class of Kunti prayers by, I think, Anjana Gopika Mataji, and many of you want to join. They're very, very known and popular Kunti prayers, where Queen Kunti is actually praying to Krishna. And she is actually saying that I want more and more suffering, so that I never forget you. While Krishna is leaving Hastinapur, she's praying to Krishna, and those prayers also are there in Canto 1. There is glorious departure of Bhishma Dev. You saw, right, how Bhishma Dev departs? He is on this bed of arrows. And Bhishma Dev, yes.
Arjuna shoot the arrows at him.
Yes. But Bhishma Dev had got a boon that he can leave body only according to his desire. Only when he desires, he can leave the body. So what he desired to see the Lord in the end. So he was waiting, and only after seeing the moonlight face of Krishna, he left the body. So what is the common in these two pastimes? That they had complete surrender to the Lord. You see, Kunti Maharani, actually, she was suffering so much. Pandavas were suffering so much, right? They were into exile, and Kauravas even tried to kill them. They had to live at different places. They were also living in the cave. Have you all seen a cave? It's so difficult to live in a cave. Cave is just like one small dark room. There is no front door or anything.
We're back.
And you have to live there. And then Kauravas are trying to kill them sometimes. They are just troubling them from by all the ways possible. They even troubled Draupadi. So all this was suffering for Kunti Maharani. It is so difficult for a mother to see the children suffering, right? But still she is asking for more and more suffering because she was completely surrendered. She just wanted to think of Krishna. Bhishma Dev also, although he was on the side of Kauravas, yet heart he was completely with Krishna. He was a Krishna devotee. Right? So it is like an example which is shown by Krishna through Bhishma Dev, that even though you have to be against Krishna for some time, at heart, if you are at Krishna, that's good enough. And that's what Bhishma was always, at heart he was with Krishna. He had Krishna in his heart always. They both had surrendered. And there is also departure of Krishna from Hastinapur and then Krishna's entrance into Dwarka. How Krishna nicely is welcomed by the people of Dwarka. That description is also there. Like how they decorated Dwarka Dham. There was rangolis and flowers and leaves and everything. And everyone is so happy to have Krishna back in Dwarka. So all these are the highlights of Canto 1. Okay. So like this is very important. This is the glory of Canto 1, that the Canto 1 sets the stage and serves as an excellent foundation and introduction to the transcendental pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam. It is very important to read Canto 1 because it sets the mood of the people to read further cantos. Okay, it is an excellent introduction to the transcendental pastimes of Srimad Bhagavatam. So in that, when the Canto 1 starts, in the beginning they have actually affirmed that Krishna is the Supreme, and then there are the sages in Naimisharanya, I told you, right? So there, when they are performing a sacrifice, fire sacrifice, for the well-being of common people, because the Kali Yuga has started and the people, it's like degrading, degraded age has started. So people have short lives, they are not much spiritual, so they are very concerned about people, and so they are performing a sacrifice. And there's the Goswami comes. That is also arrangement of Krishna. So first, when the Shuta Goswami comes there, they are all praising him first, right? Always, whenever you see, when there is a meeting of two side devotees, they first glorify each other. Or even when they see the Lord, they glorify. Devotees see the Lord, they glorify the Lord first. They are glorifying him and they are expressing the beautiful qualities of Shuta Goswami. What are the qualities? Okay, the sages are actually headed by Shaunaka Rishi. Shaunaka Rishi is the main, is the head of all these sages, and they are praising Shuta Goswami. What are the qualities? He is the eldest scholar. He is very gentle and pure, simple and submissive. Submissive is also very important because he submissively heard Bhagavatam from Shukadev Goswami in the assembly. So because of these qualities, teachers had revealed all the confidential subjects to him. He was qualified enough to receive that knowledge. At the same time, he was qualified enough to give that knowledge. And that's why sages were eager to hear from him. He had that qualification where he could give the knowledge as it is, which he had received from the teachers like Shukadev Goswami. Right? So these are the qualities of Shuta Goswami who are described by sages of Naimisharanya, and they are requesting him to give the knowledge to us and tell us what we can do for people, for the well-being of common people, people in general. So this is a little bit of background. I already mentioned that Krishna had disappeared and then Kali Yuga had started. The Kali Yuga is the age of quarrel and darkness. Complete ignorance in Kali Yuga. There are more of atheists than spiritual people. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in scriptures. So they were concerned about their spiritual growth. So they were requesting. So this is a beautiful statement in there about the sages of Naimisharanya, that good souls who know and traverse the right path, travel through the right path for peace and prosperity, are always anxious to do good for common people. So good people, good souls who are on the right path for peace and prosperity. They don't think that, okay, I'm at peace, so it's good enough for me. I don't care what other people are going through. No, they don't think like that. When they are on the right path for peace and prosperity, they are very, very anxious to do good for common people. Okay, they're always thinking of common people. Compassion, they're very, very compassionate. Like that's what Srila Prabhupada was also like, right? He had so much compassion for people, he could not see the suffering of people. He was always thinking, how can I give this knowledge to them? Similarly, even the sages of Naimisharanya, they were always thinking, they were anxious to do good for common people, and that's why they were doing fire sacrifice. And now they are going to ask questions to Sutta Goswami. 6 questions they ask. We are going to look into 2 questions today. What is the first question they ask? What is the ultimate good for people? See how immediately they are coming to the point. They're asking about people. What is the good for people? They are not asking what is good for us, what we can do. We cannot see that we cannot live here. Where can we go and live peacefully? Are they asking about them? Any this kind of sort of question? No, right? They're asking what is the ultimate good for people. What is the answer? The Goswami says the ultimate good or highest dharma of humanity is to perform bhakti. Yes, somebody saying something.
Speak up.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
I think the ultimate good for people is doing like bhakti and doing for some things for Krishna, like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, giving food to Krishna with the tulsi leaf.
Very good, very nice. Chanting, right?
Yeah.
Balavrinda, you want to say something? We have only 2 minutes.
Mataji, so
Mm.
I was gonna say that our goal is that to read Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavatam, and we have to serve Krishna, and we have to at least learn Krishna's name one time and just know about Krishna, and then we have to have tilak every single day. We have to always chant Hare Krishna mantra. At least we have to chant. We have to at least chant like 6 rounds.
Yes, very
Like,
good, very
until
nice.
we know
See, you
after that.
all are so fortunate. You all know this from your childhood. Very, very fortunate. You have got something precious in your life from your childhood itself. It didn't happen to me actually. So I feel you should just treasure it. Just do it from your heart as much as you can. Yes, Sanvi?
I think the ultimate good for the people in Kali Yuga are worshipping the deities like Radha Krishna, Gaurnita, Jagannath, Subhadra, and Gopalji, in chanting sincerely, offering prasad with love and devotion.
Yeah, so dedicating our life to Krishna Bhakti, that's it, right? Yeah. Yes, Janvi? Only 2 more minutes, okay? And then Mataji will join. Revathy Mataji is going to join. Go ahead, Janvi.
Good for human of Kali Yuga is Bhakti Yoga, because if you do Bhakti Yoga, you're following Bhakti, and that's Krishna consciousness, so you can go back to God.
Very nice. You all know it already. You all probably know more than me. So the answer is, Sutta Goswami also says the same thing. Ultimate good or highest dharma of humanity is to perform bhakti unmotivated and uninterrupted. Ahatuki apratihata. We should not take a pause or should not take a break. We should not take a holiday. It should be done every day, consistently. Okay? Devotional service unto Lord Krishna. Even if we are studying, we should think that this is a service to Krishna. I want to get good qualifications so I can also spread the message of Krishna even in a better way. Everything we can offer to Krishna. So what happens when we do that? Divine knowledge, we gain divine knowledge. We get detached from material pleasures. We find we have lots of material pleasures around which keep distracting us, disturbing us. We get detached from that when we are performing devotional service to Krishna.
Kind of like you get
completely satisfied. Completely satisfied.
The 6 opulences, like detached.
Yes.
Strong, and all those things, knowledgeable, like all the 6 opulences when you're pure devoted.
Very nice, Shakti. Very good. So we get complete satisfaction. So what? Okay, tell me who all happens. This happens with many people, right? Tell me if this happens with you. If you are chanting every day, your prescribed rounds may be 2, 3, and if you are deciding that okay, I'm going to read at least 1 page of Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam. And for some reason you are not able to do for 2-3 days. You all feel sad and dissatisfied that day. At the end of the day, do you really feel like very sad that, oh, I could not do it? Right? It happens, right? So that's what happens. You get complete satisfaction when you do it. And that's the complete satisfaction. That satisfaction cannot be matched with other material things. The happiness and satisfaction you get by doing Krishna Bhakti and by reading and chanting, it cannot be matched with anything else. Because that's the highest you are getting. You're dealing with something which is highest. Okay, and how do we start?
Mataji, I feel sad that I don't get to chant because it's actually really fun chanting.
Yeah, it's fun and it gives the highest happiness you're gaining, right? So how do we start bhakti? By sincere hearing, like how you're all doing now, sitting there and sincerely hearing. And that grows the love of God. And the next question was, what is the essence of all scriptures? Krishna Bhakti is the essence of all scriptures. You may read any other scripture, but that ultimately takes you to Krishna Bhakti only. That Krishna Bhakti is the highest. Okay? So we will stop here. Mataji must have joined us. I think I just took some more time from Mataji. I will join again next time. Okay? Thank you all so much for joining and hearing attentively and your participation. See you next time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna,
Is
Mataji.
Mataji there?
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, she's
Oh yeah,
coming.
Mataji. Sorry,
she's-
Mataji, I took little.
Thank you,
No
Mataji.
worries, Mataji. No worries. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Yeah, Revathy Mataji, over to you, Mataji. We have 20 more minutes to go. So please, next class will be starting, Mataji. Madhava starts at 7:30 exactly. That is your 6:30 exactly.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, unmute Mataji, please.
Sorry
Thank you.
about that, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Mataji, very sorry, Mataji. I was not really sure about these timings, and I messed up. Can I share my screen, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, I already gave you rights.
Okay. Okay, entire screen. So let me know let me know when you are able to see my screen. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. So we are going to see, as a part of the activity, right? We are going to see the 108 names of Lord Krishna. Okay. Jahnavi, do you want anything? You raised your hand.
I raised my hand on accident, Mataji.
Okay, that's okay, ma. So we are going to see the 108 names of Lord Krishna and what does it mean, and a little story behind each and every other name, and what is Krishna is trying to teach us by those names. Okay. So ultimately, like everything is Krishna's. There are specific names like given by the acharyas, the 108 names, like they have a specific meaning into it. Okay, let's go see what is the first name. The first name is, I will put it in a full screen. The first name, we are going to go in alphabetical order. The first name starts with Achala. Achala means the one who is like very steadily situated. You really cannot change him, and he is very stubborn and very stern. Okay, there are two Bhagavad Gita verses which are quoting. There are so many verses, out of which I picked only two verses. Anyone wants to read, you can raise your hand. In these verses, right, the name Achala, the Lord name Achala will be mentioned. Okay, I see.
Mataji, I
Vrunda.
can't see your screen.
Yeah, ma, I will go back. I don't know like how to put these two things parallel. So when I have to come and see you, I have to come back here. Okay, the first sloka will be recited by Balavrinda. Second will be by Jahnavi. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Balavrinda.
Apuramana Majala Pradishtam Samudramaba Pradishanti Advat Tadvargama Wait. Apuramana Majala Pradishtam Samudramaba Pradishanti Advat Tadvargama
Pravishanti
Shanti
sarve.
Sasanti Manudina Kama Kame.
Good job. You see, there is a word Achala, the Lord's name Achala is mentioned over here. It means that a very stubborn and you cannot change. Okay. Jahnavi, can you do the second verse?
Yes, Mataji. Shuti Vipratipanate Yadasta Yati Nishtala Samadavachala Buddhis Tata Yogam Avapasyasi.
Avapshashi. Yeah, good job. Thank you. So in Krishna conscious person, right? Anybody who is a devotee who is coming in connection with Krishna, right? So we initially, right, when we are coming into the Krishna conscious or in the beginning stages, right, we have like so many questions, like why Krishna is called as the supreme personality of Godhead, why only Krishna, why there are so many gods are there, so many demigods are there, why not this, why not that, all those things, right? After a certain period of time, we fix our mind as like it's a very study on Krishna, right? Over a period of time, we are all getting convinced that yes, Krishna is the supreme personality of the Godhead, and all the demigods are acting under Krishna's orders, right? Like for example, you take the president of the country, so you won't be directly you won't be directly going and talking to the president, right? He has so many protocols, right? Like he has a security, he has the home minister, he has this finance minister, he has this cabinet minister, etc., etc. So every other minister is acting as per the president's order, right? Similarly, all these demigods are acting based on the Krishna's order, right? So why to pray to the demigods differently? They are like the body parts of the Krishna, like some demigods reside in the legs, hands, etc., etc. But Krishna is the source of everything. Okay, so you fix your mind without any doubt, or the unflinching one, right? That is the example given here in this sloka. So when you come to the Krishna conscious, you come in contact with the Krishna and you try to understand. After a period of time, we get convinced that yes, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and by praying to Krishna, then we get to come out of this birth and death life cycle, and then we try to start chanting, like one by one, slowly we start doing the devotional activities, and the consistency is the key. But you have the unflinching faith that Krishna is the one who is going to save me, right? We can compare to that example. Okay, so one has to carry the orders of the Krishna or his representative and the spiritual master. So you have any questions on this, or you want to share some examples, like where if you have remember any other slokas other than the mentioned ones, any sloka you could remember with Achala? Or you can give some example, like how you are maintaining the consistency or without doubting, unflinching faith on Krishna. You can give an example for that also. Anything is fine. Anybody wants to give examples? Or if you all are good, Balavrinda, did you raise the hand? Yes?
No,
No?
Mataji.
Okay, ma, that's fine. Okay, so the first name starts with Achala. Achala means the unflinching, steady, and the stubborn. Okay, so that those are the meanings of Achala. Okay, So can we move on to the next one? Yes. Okay. Let's move on to the second one.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, ma. So the second one is Achyuta. Oh, it's not showing the full one. 1 second. Yeah. So the second one is the Achyuta, the infallible Lord, the Lord who never fails or the falls down. See, there are two wordings in that Achyuta. One is Chuta and the other is the Achyuta. Chuta means the fallible ones, the conditioned souls, like we are all the conditioned souls in this material world. Achyuta means the infallible one, which never falls into the material world. Okay. So there are two verses which are quoting against this Achyuta. I will go back and see like who wants to read the sloka. Anyone raise the hand? I see again two hands. Ma, why not other kids? If nobody is raising the hand, then I will give first chance to Balavrinda and a second one to Janvi. Yeah, go ahead, Balavrinda.
Okay, Arjuna Vacha Sarayor Bayor Madhya Tatam Stapa Mechuta Yadvade Dhariksheham Yuddham Gama Vastitar Karmahi Sahayadvam Asmin Ranasmadutmamam. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Janvi?
Arjuna Vashanastamo Asmati Lapta Svat Prasadam Maya Chuta Stitosmi Gata Sandeha Karisya Vachanam Tata Tava.
So there are two places where the Lord is it is calling as a Achyuta here. One is Achyuta in Bhagavad Gita 1.21, the other place 18.73, where it is called it as a Achyuta. So the the infallible, right? The example what they are giving is the first sloka, the Senayor Ubayor Madhye, like though Krishna is the supreme personality of the Godhead, right? Still when he has been going as the charioted driver for Arjuna, right? Still he wants to serve. See, we are trying to serve the Lord. Even the Lord is waiting to serve us. Like you show the true love, then he is also waiting to exchange that love or the service, right? So the servitor is always ready to render the service. The servitor is us, the devotees are always ready to render the service of the Lord. Similarly, the Lord is also seeking an opportunity to render the service to back to the devotee. Okay, it is just a exchanging of the love. You try to serve him and he is also pleased with your service and he is trying to reciprocate that love back. Okay, he takes a very great pleasure in serving his devotees, assuming that he just take this as any. See, Arjuna is, we all know that Arjuna is a pure devotee, right? So he is not waiting for him to give the orders. He knew his mind and he is just obeying his orders. Okay, since he is the master of all the senses, right, Rishikesha, so no one is above him or below him. Okay, but when he finds a pure devotee, if you are ordering him, he still take that as the order and he gives him a transcendental pleasure. So he is the infallible master in all the circumstances. So there are two things we are knowing here. One is Chuta and Achyuta. Chuta means the fallible conditioned souls like us, and Achyuta is the infallible one. So anyone knows other than these slokas? Anybody remembers the sloka which is with Achyuta? And I know one. Yeah, I know one.
I don't want
Balavinda? Ma, your voice is breaking. Can you, Ma, your voice is breaking.
Oh, Govinda Madi Purusham Tamam Bhajami.
Ma, can you repeat? Your voice was breaking.
Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adam Purana Purusham Ramayam Cha Vedeshu Durabhamadurabhamatma Bhatta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Balavrinda. That was really nice. Janvi, do you remember any sloka? I know one, like Janavi.
Yes,
Ma,
Mataji.
anyone else? No. Janavi, you remember any other sloka?
No, Mataji.
Starts with Achyutam.
No, Mataji.
Okay, ma. I see you raised your hand. I remember one song. There is a song called Achyutam Keshavam.
Oh yeah, Mataji. I was gonna say that one at first, but then it accidentally used me. But I'm the first.
I love that song, Mataji.
Actually, Vrunda wants to say
you
that.
can
Then I
remember.
asked her to say that.
Ma, one at a time, please.
I know that song, Mataji.
Yeah, go ahead.
Achyutam Kesharam Krishna Tanoraram Nanavayaram Kanakiraravam.
Good job.
To sing.
Okay, ma, go ahead.
Could I sing?
Kesharam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham.
Good job. Vrinda, go ahead.
Achyutam Keshavam Krishnanam Janaki Vallabham. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Ma, your voice is keep breaking, Vrinda.
Mataji, I don't know if everybody has that problem.
Oh, you have a problem?
No, Mataji, I don't know if everybody thinks my voice is breaking. I think
Mataji, we cannot also hear it. Keeps on breaking
Okay.
up. It's breaking.
Yeah. You try to switch off your internet and try with a different one. Okay. Kabir, go ahead, ma. Kabir.
I have already done it.
Oh, you already done it. Thank you. Isha.
Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallaram Konate Bhagavan Swate Nahi Konate Bhagavan Swate Nahi Maya Shota Hai Kaise Purate Nahi Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram Ramanarayanam Janaki Vallabham Salakete Bhagavan Khate Nahi Konakete Bhagavan Khate Nahi
Good job.
जैसे निभाए नहीं जैसे शरीर से जैसे निभाते नहीं अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम राम नाम जानकी वल्लभम.
Good job, Isha. I will give a chance for Devarsh and Shubhadra and Giridhari in the next verse, right? You guys can recite the verse, okay? Let's go back to the verse. Okay, this is one of the pictures like where I got captured as a Achyuta. If you look at the picture. Okay. Okay. Can we all move on to the next one? I will come back.
Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. Let's move on to the third one, which is Adbhuta. Adbhuta is like the very wonderful God. Who raised the hand? Devarsh, you can go ahead. You can read the verse.
అనేకాద్భుత దర్శనం అనేక దివ్యాభరణం దివ్యానేకో జ్ఞాతాయుధం.
Thank you. One second, I'll come back. Shubhadra and Giridhari, can you also read the verse?
Yes, Mataji.
Aneka Vajranayanam, Aneka Bhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Divyaneko Divyaneko Dayatyutam.
Thank you both. Who else raised the hand? Devash, you did. I think Janvi, you already did. Yeah, I think everybody got a chance, right? Whoever raised the hand, everybody got it. So the reason why they are calling as Krishna is the wonderful god, right? When it was in the Kurukshetra war, like when Arjuna was given the divine eyes to see the Lord's universal form, right? If you look at the picture, like the Krishna has the unlimited forms, n number of forms, unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, ears, everything. Actually, it's a wonderful vision. The form was decorated with, you see, like so many heads, so many hands, legs, etc. And you see all the other demigods are surrounded by that. And like if he was in the normal vision, right, he would have not able to see all this wonderful form of the Lord. That's why it is called as a Adbhuta. And he has been given a divine eyes to see this universal form of the Lord. And that's why it is called as a very wonderful, brilliant, unlimited, and all expanding the Lord. So Mataji, are we getting late, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, we will be starting the next class now. Exact
Okay.
time you have closed, Mataji. We can close here. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Sorry
for
about that,
teaching us.
Mataji. I will try to join by 7 itself.
No problem, Mataji. We understand, Mataji. Yeah, we
Yeah.
will close here. Vanchakalpatarobhyasya kripa sindhubhyam cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Bhakti Sangha Kids Academy ki jai. So now we will stop this live, but we have